Well, hey guys, got another crash test video for you tonight. I was using this Bible earlier today and realized I surpassed the 2-year mark. And I'm on my way to 3 years now using this Bible, and I had not yet done a crash test on it, so I thought I would do one. So I hope you guys enjoy. Now this Bible is, I don't believe in print anymore, at least in the edition that it is in this video. So I will not be able to leave a link in the description for this specific Bible, but I can leave one that is similar to it. And the reason I believe that is this Bible was a evangelical exclusive Bible in brown goatskin, and it is, of course, the ESV study Bible by Crossway. And I have been, at the time, looking for a good study Bible, not a good text block. I've always loved the ESV text block, but I was looking for a good bound study Bible, and this is the one that I found at the time. Again, I believe it was an evangelical Bible exclusive, being because of the color of the leather and the goatskin leather. I also have an Omega in a similar goatskin leather that's kind of a dark brown with some darker attributes on it as well. So I believe this was an evangelical exclusive, of course, with the honey gold ribbons as well. So this is not going to be as much a review as it is a crash test video, although there will be some review points in there. So go ahead and getting started with the cover. I've had this Bible for 2 years. This Bible has gone with me many places, coffee shops, other kinds of cafes. It's gone out of town with me. I use this Bible weekly. I prepare 1 to 3 sermons a week for Bible studies and student ministry, young adult ministry, and other things. So I'm constantly using this Bible. This is one of my main resources when preparing notes. Now, of course, I have many others, but this is one of the main ones. And so I've taken this many places. I've used it, I've put it in my book bag, in and out, on tables, so on and so forth. It's taken quite a bit of a beating. And I say that because the goatskin itself doesn't look very used. If you'll look at it, the one thing I can tell you that has changed is there's some darkness. There's some black splotchiness coming out of the brown. And I love that. But that was not there when I first got this Bible. So I'm curious to know if it's due to my oils on my hands or dirt. I'm not sure, but you can see it's more brown here, kind of more black right down there. So that has kind of changed. Looking at the spine itself, it has 4 raised hubs. You'll notice on these hubs here that there's some paint coming off. Or not paint, I'm sorry. Some leather coming off right there. You'll notice it there as well. On the top one as well. There's some leather kind of chipping away. Not too much, but it is noticeable. And that's because I slide this Bible around on the tables and everywhere that I use it. So that's why that's there. Looking on the back, that same pebbly brown black goatskin. I love it. It's beautiful. Perimeter stitching is holding up. There has been no stitching coming loose on this at all. The leather cover itself is very flexible, very nice. Going ahead to open it up. So this is the inner liner. There's been no wear or tear on that. You will notice that the gilding, the art gilding around the corners there has been kind of wearing down. That's really the only place that I see it, and it's probably because I hold it like this when I open it. So I can imagine that that will kind of fade as time goes. Looking at the edge line, there's some bending here. Nothing to be concerned about as of now. Opening it up, there's no structural breaks in this Bible whatsoever. With this being such a thick Bible, I would imagine it would have come apart here in the next few pages, but it hasn't, which has been tremendously amazing. You'll notice I got this in 2020, February 11th. It's now February 28th, 2022. So I've had this Bible for a few years now. Looking at this, the introduction pages are thicker and they're glossy. Now this page right here is very thin. So typically in most Bibles, you'll see a break between here. you'll see it coming apart, or even more so on this page. But this stuff is holding very strong, very well indeed, and printed in Italy. So this Bible was printed and bound. Well, it was printed, the paper was printed in Italy, and it was bound in the Netherlands by Royal Youngblood. So it was bound by one of the best book binderies in the world. They do an incredible job, and they definitely did so with this Bible as well. Looking at the gilding, you'll notice this has a much deeper red under gold than most Crossway Bibles do. And I believe, again, this is why it was an evangelical exclusive. It just looks a lot better. Now, you'll notice there are some splotches here. There's some there. Not too many, though, for the amount of years I've used this. These two big ones, I can't remember what those were from, but other than that, most of the gilding is still very much present and beautiful. Going into the Bible, I can tell you that I've been a lot more in the New Testament than in the Old Testament as far as when I've been using this Bible. Now, I have, of course, gone to the Old Testament for references and so on and so forth, but let me get to a part where I've been going through a lot. So I went through the Gospel according to Luke with this Bible, verse by verse. You'll notice the pages, they were kind of damaged when I was going through this. They were kind of ragged and worn. But they have since kind of re-straightened back out. They've gotten soft. They've kind of fixed themselves, which is a beautiful thing. Somewhere on here, I tore the page. Oh, yep, there it is. So I tore the page there, and I put some Scotch tape to fix it. So there's some Scotch tape there on that tear. See, there we go. But other than that, this Bible hasn't had any other tears in it. Now, currently, I'm in James, so you'll kind of get to see a little bit more. Hopefully, the camera picks it up. A little bit more, the pages being more worn. I've been in James for the past 3 months teaching on it, so the pages are a bit more worn. They're a bit more loose and wrinkly. They're a bit more dirty, I would say. You know, you look at the page there compared to this, you can tell the difference between the dirt. This one has a darker appearance. This one's much brighter. There they are compared to one another. You can tell the difference in the darkness. So, you know, the page is not, the picture's not going to pick up the wornness of these pages as much as I'd like it to, but they are definitely worn. Going forward, of course, the back of the Bible is staying quite intact. The ribbons are doing amazing as well. These are Beresford ribbons, doing a great job. No issues with those yet. No issues on the bottom or the top headband or anything like that. The ribbons are doing quite nicely. No signatures are coming apart. Concordance is doing strong. Maps, of course, don't use these too much, but when I do, they come in handy. Pages are, you know, sticking up a lot of use. And then there's that page again. There should, for most Bibles, be a crease right there, but there's not. The binding is holding it true and strong. Looks like one thing I didn't do in this Bible was do a travel log, which might be cool to do. Even though this is my study Bible, this typically, and there's the back again, no issues with the edge lining right there. But overall, this Bible's doing great, guys. I couldn't be more excited. This Bible's going to be with me, I believe, until the Lord calls me home. And it's going to be doing amazing things for my ministry and just for my study. So, yeah, I didn't create a travelogue. And the reason for that is I think mostly this Bible is either with me at home or it might go to it goes to church or a coffee shop with me from time to time. But this is generally not a Bible I travel with due to the size and the thickness. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'll post a link. I believe at Evangelical Bible, they have this Bible in a cowhide leather. Not in the goatskin, but in a cowhide. So I'll post that in the link and description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, God bless.